Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Alix. Huge thanks to Alix and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Alix reached out asking for a lands attack deck led by Jolrael, voice of Zhalfir, and I was more than happy to build that for him. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Jolrael, voice of Zhalfir, is a 4-mana 3/3 legendary human druid. At the beginning of combat on our turn, up to one target land we control becomes a green and blue bird creature with flying and haste until end of turn, with power and toughness equal to the number of cards in our hand. It is still a land though. Also, whenever a land creature we control deals combat damage to a player, we draw a card. So Alix sent me a rough draft of his deck. He wanted to include as many creature lands as possible, as well as ways to animate our lands. Additionally, land destruction isn't very common, but creature destruction is, so we'll want to replay our lands from the graveyard if they get sniped via spot removal. But in order to have a functional deck list, we'll want to follow our handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. As I'm sure you've heard by now, this channel is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is made famous by their boulders, solid, reliable, and affordable deck boxes. Boulders are now available in solid colors, like this beautiful black one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard solid color boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. One more thing before we get started. I've been streaming Final Fantasy XIV over on my other channel, Musings by Danon. If you want to pop in and ask some questions, chat about Commander, or just hang out, you're more than welcome to. For right now, the schedule is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays in the evening. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Breeding Pool, Rejuvenating Springs, Dreamroot Cascade, Hinterland Harbor, Rimewood Falls, Tangled Islet, Tanglepool Bridge, Darksteel Citadel, Cascading Cataracts, Blinkmoth Nexus, Crawling Barrens, Fairy Conclave, Frostwalk Bastion, Hall of Storm Giants, Restless Vinestock, Treetop Village, Lair of the Hydra, Lumbering Falls, Mishra's Factory, Mishra's Foundry, Mutavault, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, 7 snow-covered forests, and 7 snow-covered islands make up the land base for our deck. Why yes, I did include 3 indestructible lands. Conduit of Worlds, Crucible of Worlds, Azusa Lost But Seeking, Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Perennial Behemoth, Druid Class, Exploration, Burgeoning, Emergent Sequence, Reshape the Earth, Splendid Reclamation, and Zimone, Quandrix Prodigy help us to ramp out our lands faster and replay them from the graveyard as needed. AC, Tyrant of Gyre Strait, Augur of Autumn, Tatyova Benthic Druid, Coastal Discovery, Explore, Growth Spiral, Eureka Moment, Urban Evolution, Gretchen Titchwillow, and Joint Exploration help us to keep our hands full and to dig through our deck. Clutch of Currents, Negate, Counterspell, Return to Nature, Kenrith's Transformation, Arcane Denial, Pongify, Scatter to the Winds, Reality Shift, and Beast Within help us to slow down our opponents and keep them in line. Aetherize, Evacuation, and Filter Out help to reset the board as needed. Staff of Titania, Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, Avalanche Caller, Awakener Druid, Balduvian Frostwalker, Blossoming Tortoise, Cyclone Sire, Destiny Spinner, Embodiment of Insight, Liege of the Tangle, Tachyova, Steward of Tides, Yadora, Grave Gardener, Genju of the Cedars, Genju of the Falls, Harmonious Emergence, Animate Land, Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi, Elemental Uprising, Hydroform, Awaken the Woods, Earthen Arms, Sylvan Awakening, and Natural Affinity make up the core of our deck. Finally, Epic Struggle serves as our sudden I Win card. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 52 mana sources split between 40 lands and 12 pieces of ramp. 11 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 10 pieces of interaction. 3 board wipes. 1 piece of graveyard hate in Return to Nature. 1 sudden I Win card in Epic Struggle. The fun part about Epic Struggle is that we can combine it with something like Natural Affinity and go from having 12 lands and 8 creatures to having 20 creatures and winning out of nowhere. But if that doesn't work, we've got numerous ways to turn our lands into creatures and smash them into our opponent's faces, which is exactly what Alix wanted. When he initially came to me with the deck request, he'd called the deck Land Ho, and I think we accomplished that for him. Do you have a lands attack deck? Which commander did you go with? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits at gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jolrael, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Alix, Daniel, Steve, Kevin, Alex, Cookie, Borgie, Jake, Exiled Rogue, Manassas, Nazwin, Oolong, and Pedro. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.